Hey guys, so I was contemplating whether to make this video or not, but it's the only way I know how to get what's inside of me out of me, because things have been really bothering me last few months. You know, I think it all started when when I was hospitalized about 2 months ago, and realizing that when you miss like a week of work, you don't realize what it does to you because it's you know you lose money because I didn't really have any sick time to use, and I work check to check, so it's like every week I know what I'm paying. Every week I have a certain amount of money I put aside, and it's when you miss 1 week, you don't think it's a lot, but it is. Since then I've been late on my rent every month, um, skimping on a lot of things so that I can pay this and pay that, and not be able to save money to make appointments uh, and for even longer than that, I've been having this terrible sleeping issue. My old bed. A lot of people know about it. It was so torn down that the coils are sticking through, and every day I wake up with fresh scars. But it's all I had. So for the last 3 months, and I'm not exaggerating, guys, I've probably averaged 2.5 to 3 hours at tops. There'd be some days I wouldn't sleep at all, and then some days I would make it up. Like one day I get like 6, 7 hours maybe, but the majority of the time it was between 0 and 3. And you know when that happens to you just don't have any motivation to do things because you're so tired. And when you're not doing things, it brings you down. It brings you uh, depression. And depression's a battle I've battled many times, but this one is pretty big. You know, it's weird that work's one of my salvations. I enjoy going to work, but for the first 2 months of these last three, hours weren't there. You know, once it's my job is when it's slow, there's no hours. When it's busier time, there's more hours. So you have to kind of roll with the punches. So with the missing work, not getting stable work, you know, I hate being late on things. But in between that, when I do have a few bucks and someone does reach out, I'm the first one there to, here's what I got. And that's what I do. I like to help people. But I say this last week has probably been the most trying. I did finally get something to sleep on. So I've been working on getting some sleep there. But I just have, guys, I have zero motivation to do anything. When I get up to get to work, I stay in bed until the last moment. Then I get myself ready. When I get home, I can't wait to lay back down. I haven't even done one of my podcasts, my Mahoney Madhouse. And everybody knows that's my baby. It's hard to get anything going when you're so tired all the time. So yeah, depression's been there. Well, Something happened the other day, and I'm not going to go too much into it. It's of a more personal nature, but something that was said really hit me hard. We'll just call this person someone. You know, thinks almost like they're entitled to tell me what to do for a present they got me. So when you get a present for someone, whether it's Christmas, their birthday, or just because, once you give it to that person, it's like that. It's up to that person to do what they want with it now. I'm not talking about returning it. I'm talking about just using it the way they see fit. But in nowhere of the description of a present does it say, because I got you this, I get to tell you how to do things. And this happened. The guilt trip. I got you this. You're going to treat it like this. Blah, blah, blah. So, I was like, fine. I'll buy the present from you. I'll pay you back whatever you... So I already started making payments. Without hardly any money, by the way, people. But I am not letting anybody hold that over me. Nobody. That I gotta do what they want. No. And after I said that, and this is the most important part of the video. So 3 words that were used to describe me: selfish, lazy, asshole. So I'm going to start with the asshole part. When someone attacks me, unprovoked by the way, I can be an asshole. Because I don't let anybody step on me. It's like, what's the old term, poking the bear? When you poke a bear, what happens? The bear comes back. And I'll admit, I've gone overboard sometimes. I'm man enough to admit that. But like I said, what happens when you poke a bear, you don't know how that bear's gonna respond. This time, I responded in self-defense. Here, I'll pay you the money. Here, I'll do this to make you happy. Here, nothing. Just kept harping and harping and harping on me. By the way, calling someone a selfish, lazy asshole probably isn't good motivation for someone who's depressed, huh? So let's go with the lazy part. Sure, I'll admit, I've been lazy. All I want to do is sleep and work. Sleep and work. But guess what? That's what happens when you're depressed. You don't want to do anything. Also, again, probably not a good motivation speech to call someone a selfish, lazy asshole. Now we're going to get to the selfish part, because this is the one I have the most issue with. How is it selfish when I want to use the present from my need? And you guys don't even know, you don't guys even have to know what I'm talking about. Just know that when you buy someone a present, whatever that person wants to do with it, it's their choice now. Which is why I offered to just, here's the money back. Now it's off your shoulders. So how is that selfish? I'm paying for this now. I'm paying for my own present. That's right. So I already just wiped the selfish part off the table now. I'm the guy who also donates to several charities. I even have one in my Facebook group. It's not donating. I'm asking people on my behalf, on my birthday, to donate to a great cause for suicide and depression. Would I create that if I was selfish? Selfish people don't care about other things. They care about themselves. I care about helping people. I help caring about other people's needs, causes. You're talking to the same person that every time someone posts a sad post or a depressing post, I'm the first one there to message them, whether I know them or not. I have several people on my page I don't know. But when I see a post that disturbs me, I message them. Hey, are you okay? I saw your post. Blah, blah, blah. I've stayed up 8 hours one time placing wellness checks, communicating with the local police of that person, making sure that they can check on this person, giving them information on this person's I did this 5 times this year now. 5 wellness checks on people. 3 of them I had never talked to before. But I wanted to make sure that they were all right. Would I stay up 8 hours if I was selfish? Let's get into another one. There's several times, like I said, every week I have a particular amount of money that I'm spending, and I'll put enough aside for my Ubers and maybe a sub sandwich. There's several times people have reached out to me, Rob, I need $10, I need $15, I need $25. Can you help me? And I'll look at my my bank. Rob, what can you spend to help this person? This ain't a big deal, but there was one time I had $21 exactly left over to spend for the next 5 days. And that's I didn't include Uber money. I kept that aside. I put one aside for just me. I gave that person $20 out of my 21. Now, $20 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you only have $1 extra for the next 5 days, is that selfish? This word selfish got me really triggered and hurt because I think I'm the most selfless person there is, or one of them at least. I've given people money for car payments. I've bought people presents for their kids. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm making examples of how selfish I am. I promote for free my friends. I just got a message today, right before this video. Hey, Rob, can you help promote my YouTube channel? No problem. In a way, I care more about other people, about helping them, than I do about myself. And when someone comes at me saying, you're selfish, I wear my heart on my sleeve. It hurts. Because obviously in 52 years, this person doesn't really know me. So as you see, I'm hurt. I'm upset. But and yes, you're saying, "Oh, look how motivated you are." This ain't motivation. This is being upset. This is not how you motivate someone, by insulting them. That's not the way to care for someone. That hurt. I won't lie. Anyone can tell you that I stick up for people. I put my neck on the line for a lot of people. Yeah, there are a lot in the horror community that don't like me because I tell it like it is. But you know, I'm telling it like it is on behalf of people who are getting hurt. And I just talked about promoting people. You know, there's a lot of people that get paid in promoting, whether it's through money or whether it's through perks or whether it's through... I don't ask for anything. I care about other people. Just... it stings. I'll accept the asshole part, because I can be. You know, like I said, when I'm provoked, I can be an asshole. And I'll take the lazy part. Because if I ever showed you my room right now, I've been lazy. I've let it go to hell. In a way, I feel like a prisoner in here. But as far as that selfish part, you can never use that word on me. I'd rather have you just said you're a scumbag or piss hole or whatever. Never use that word selfish with me. I've cried with people. Just the other day, co-worker, about 10 days ago, co-worker passed away. She had been working at my job for over 20 years. I only knew her for a year and a half. And when we found out in the break room, we all cried. We cried together. And no one said, oh, I knew her better, or I knew her better, blah, blah, blah. We were all hurting equally. So that really didn't help my depression. That didn't help it at all. But you know what? I'll still remember her. She's one of my trainers. So for her, I've decided in her honor to try to do the best I can at what she used to do. Her part of the job. They've actually kind of given me that job. It's not a promotion or anything. There was just a particular part of the store that she did great. And they kind of I've been over there the last 5-6 days now. So, but see, that's me doing something for another person again. But yeah, I'm selfish. I could go on and on about how selfish I am. But I don't need to prove it. It's right here. I'm so selfish that a lot of people don't know this next part. That I take care of my daughter. She's not biological. When I was still in Ohio, when I was still with my ex, her son brought a friend over, and her parents basically gave two shits about her. Abusive, mentally and physically. And they were so worried about her that they didn't even care that she wasn't coming home. So me and my ex kind of adopted her. without the legal papers and everything, of course. But we took care of her. We put a roof over her head, put food on the table. And every day since, she's calling me Dad. But I'm selfish, right? She won't agree. She'll say, no, Rob is the best dad there is. And I take pride in that. I do. Sorry, I don't know how I can register this. Like I said, this is not the best. And when you know someone's depressed, this is not the way to motivate them. By calling them a selfish, lazy asshole. If you made it this far in the video, I just want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you. I do. I'll always be there, making sure you're okay. Because that's how selfish I am. Yes, I'm getting snide now, but I have every right to. A part of you is right here. I'm so selfish, by the way. Here's another example. That I served in a homeless shelter feeding people on holidays, missing those holidays. That's how selfish I am. Because I cared more about people who didn't have a home, people who didn't have food. Well, and some of you know the story. One of the kids that came through one time during Christmas must have noticed my little chain. I had a chain and we were supposed to tuck it in, and I did tuck it in, but throughout the day, we were there for 5 hours. Throughout the day, it must have came loose a little bit, and it was hanging out. This little kid saw it. By the way, maybe 10 years old with his mother. I'm giving him a plate of food. He says, I like your necklace, mister. The story will never ever leave me. At that moment, I felt like the lowest person in the world. It wasn't a very expensive necklace, but that wasn't the point. The point is I had something, and he doesn't even have a place to sleep. I gave him that necklace. I took it off. I gave it to him. His mother came back. Sir, we don't take handouts. I said, ma'am, it's not a handout. It's a boy's Christmas present. So he deserves one good thing. But that's how selfish I am, isn't it? Probably a $50 necklace. But to that kid, it was everything. Because I'm so selfish, right? I'll continue helping people. Like I said, my friend just messaged me 2 minutes before this video, asking if I could help promote his channel. No problem. I got you, buddy. I'll never say no to someone that needs help. There have been times that people have reached out and asked, hey, you have $10? And I hate saying I don't have it. I beat myself up because I want to be that person that helps people. I'm not someone that believes in giant materialistic things, because what good are giant materialistic things when we die we don't get to keep them? I have fun things. Yeah, I have a computer that I hardly ever use, but when I do use it's fun. I have my phone. But mostly I got clothes. Clothes is kind of a necessity. You don't want to walk around naked. I don't have a car. I don't have a home. I have an apartment where I pay a part of the rent. But somehow through all the things that I told you guys, somehow this person has it in their mind that I'm selfish. This is probably one of the longer videos I've ever done. That's how much this hurt me. I was telling my niece that I had to get this off my shoulders. I've been so depressed lately. Even my coworkers see it. Rob, you don't have that same enthusiasm. You don't have that same spunk. Is everything all right, buddy? And I don't like prying myself off to people. I don't like asking for help. I don't mind helping people who are asking, but I've always been the one that I have to work out my problems. And I know that's not the right way to go about it. But this little instance about getting a present and then have to do what they want with it, that made me even more about not asking for help. In fact, I'm kind of ashamed that they even offered to help. Once again, I didn't ask for it. They offered. And then try to make it like I'm your boss now. You have to do what I want with it. Well, my next paycheck I'll fix that. I'll fix that because the item that was bought for me will be paid off. Buying my own present. Nice. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm still going to be that person. If I see something that's bothersome to me, I'm going to be that one to reach out and see if they're right. I'm going to be that one to mix that call to a police officer, or if I think that person's in physical trouble, like killing themselves. Placing that wellness check to make sure that my friend is okay. I'm gonna still be that person that, Rob, if you have $10, if I have 11, the 10 is yours. Don't get any ideas, by the way. Just kidding. That's the first time I've probably laughed in a while. It takes a lot these days. And if you're the one that needs help with promoting, to getting your name out there, I'm going to be the first one there also. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. And congratulations if you made it this long. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Tell me your problems. If you don't want to comment on this video and you need help yourself, just comment. Because that's what I'm here for. Love each and every one of you. Much love.